Welcome to Module 1 on Literature Research. In this segment, I will guide you through the techniques and strategies for conducting a literature research, which is the foundation of any PhD research project. As a researcher, we need to build on existing knowledge, and that starts with finding and reviewing the relevant literature in your file. In fact, a well-executed literature research is often described as a key step in performing good, authentic research, because it helps in formulating your research question and planning your study. In other words, learning to search effectively will directly contribute to the quality and focus of your research. Defining your information needs. Before you even begin typing keywords into a search engine or database, it's important to clearly define what information you are looking for. Ask yourself, what problem or question am I investigating? And what type of literature do I need? For example, are you looking for empirical research articles, theoretical papers, methodological guides, historical data sets, or something else? Defining the scope of your inquiry, such as key concepts, time frame, or specific disciplines, will help you formulate a focused search strategy. As a PhD student, you likely have a research proposal or topic in mind. Use that to distill a set of research questions and keywords that capture the sense of what you need to find. Choosing the right sources. The next step is to identify where to search. Not all information sources are created equal, especially in academia. For scholarly work, academic databases and library resources are your best friends. Depending on your discipline, you might use multidisciplinary databases like Web of Science, Scopus, or Google Scholar, or file-specific databases such as PubMed for biomedical sciences, IEEE Explore for engineering, HCM Digital Library for computer science, PsycInfo for psychology, and so on. University library portals often provide access to these databases and others, including book collections and dissertation repositories. It's worth exploring your institution library website to see what databases and search tools are available to you. Remember that while a general search engine might give you quick results, academic databases will allow more precise searches and access to peer-reviewed literature that is critical for a PhD level review. Imagine your PhD research is about energy adoption in urban environments. A targeted search might involve databases like Scopus or Web of Science to find journals, articles about these topics, and perhaps a specialized database like IEEE Explore for technical papers on solar or wind technology. You will also check your library catalog for any relevant book or doctoral thesis on this topic. By selecting the appropriate sources, you ensure that you are searching in places likely to contain high-quality academic work relevant to your field. Developing a search strategy. With your topic defined and sources identified, the heart of literature searching lies in your strategy for retrieving information. This involves using effective search techniques to get comprehensive and relevant results. Identify keywords and phrases. Break down your research question into major concepts. For each concept, list possible keywords including synonyms, variants, spelling, or related terms. For example, if one concept is energy, related terms might include sustainable energy, solar power, wind farms, etc. Think of both broad and specific terms. Use Boolean operators. Mock academic search tools allow Boolean logic and, or, and not to combine keywords and narrows the search by requiring all terms, or broadens the search by including any of the terms, not exclude terms you don't want. Apply set phrases and wildcards or truncations. If you have a specific phrase, use quotation mark to search for those words together. Also, use truncation or wildcard symbols to catch variations of a word. Use filters and advanced search options. Databases typically offer filters to refine results by publication year, by document, or by subject area. Advanced search interfaces let you specific files like title, author, abstract, etc. for your keywords, which can increase precision. Take advantage of these videos to narrow down to the most pertinent literature. Keep track of search iterations. A good literature search is often iterative. You might start broad, then narrow down, then perhaps broaden again if you find too few results, etc. When conducting a literature search, take full advantage of advanced search options provided by academic databases. These tools allow you to specify where terms should appear. Title, abstract, author files, and apply filters such as date range, document type, or subject area. It's also important to keep track of the keywords and combinations you have used, as literature searches are often iterative. Maintain a search history helps you avoid redundancy, refine your strategy over time, and ensures transparency. Especially valuable or important for systematic review of thesis documentation. By reviewing your search outcomes and adjusting accordingly, you can improve both the precision and breadth of your results. Exploring results and refining the search. Once you run a search, you will need to sift through the results. Start by scanning titles and abstract to identify which items are worth a closer look. If you find too many irrelevant results, consider refining your research strategy. For example, add another concept with "and" or use more specific terms. If you get too few results, you might need to broaden your terms or remove some filters. Pay attention to subject headings of descriptions in database records. This can give you new keywords or official terminology used in your file. Many databases use controlled vocabulary like MEX terms in PubMed database for medical topics. Incorporating those can improve your search. Expand your search. Citation chasing. Another powerful technique is citation chasing. Use a good paper you found to find more literature. There are two directions to do this. Backward chaining, look at the reference list of the paper to find earlier works that the paper cites. Some of those might be relevant to you. Forward chaining, use tools like Google Scholar or Web of Science to see which later works have cited the paper you have. This can lead you to more recent research that will omit. Following citation trails can quickly expand your understanding of the scholarly conversation around your topic. Assessing and recording information. Finding a reference is only part of the process. You will also need to access the full text of the articles or books and keep a record of what you have found. Make use of your library subscriptions. Often databases will provide direct links to PDFs or the library's catalog or repository. If something isn't available in full text through your institution, you may obtain it by interlibrary loan or by contacting authors. Once you have the documents, record the bibliographic details, title, author, journal, year, etc., and perhaps a note of how it might be useful for your research. We will talk more about managing these records in Module 2, but it's worth mentioning that keeping careful track from the beginning is a good habit. Searching can sometimes be time-consuming and even a bit overwhelming. The amount of published data out there is huge. Don't be discouraged if you feel inundated with information. That's normal at the start. The key is to approach the search systematically and strategically, rather than randomly. Plan your approach, document your steps, and be willing to refine your strategy. Also, remember that librarians and information specialists at your institution can be a great resource. They can suggest the best databases for your topic or help you improve your search terms if you get stuck. To recap Module 1, the key takeaways are: begin with a clear definition of your research question or information need. Use the appropriate search tools, academic databases, repositories, catalogs, etc., rather than relying on general web searches. Employ a robust search strategy using keywords, Boolean logic, and filters to retrieve relevant literature. Review and refine your research results and use reference from good papers to find additional sources. Keep records of your research and the sources you find, laying the groundwork for easier management and citation later. By mastering these literature search skills, you will ensure that you are building your research on a solid and comprehensive foundation. Literature search not only helps you avoid reinventing the wheel, but it can also inspire new ideas by exposing you to what's already known and what gaps still exist in your field. That concludes our first module on literature research. Now that we have covered how to find the scientific information you need, the next step is figuring out how to organize and manage all the information efficiently. After all, as you accumulate dozens or even hundreds of papers, keeping track of them becomes a challenge in itself. In the next video, my colleague Nieves will guide you through tools and strategies for effective information management. We hope you will join us. Thank you very much for your attention.